Welcome to this explainer. Look, have you ever felt like no matter how hard you work, how much you earn, or how brilliantly you lead your team, there's just this invisible ceiling on your bank account? Well, as a high-performance coach, I see this all the time with really ambitious leaders. And here's the thing, that ceiling, it isn't made of math, and it definitely isn't the economy. It is literally made of neurons. It's a psychological block created by limiting beliefs that you probably didn't even know you had. So today, we are going to absolutely shatter that ceiling. Over the next few minutes, we're going to walk through a guided, real-time mental exercise based on wealth logic principles to quite literally rewire your brain's neural pathways for financial abundance.
All right, so here's our 5-minute roadmap for today. We'll start by looking at the invisible ceiling, then identify the virus, run through a neurological purge, install some wealth logic, and wrap up with visualizing and anchoring. Let's dive right in.
Starting with minute 1, the invisible ceiling. Let's diagnose the actual problem here. You can kind of think of your brain like a super high-end computer, right? And just like a computer, you absolutely cannot delete a corrupted file until you know its exact name. In our case, these corrupted files are what we call money scripts. Basically, they are subconscious programs installed way back during childhood that dictate exactly how you view, attract, and even repel wealth. Actually, I recently coached this brilliant VP who felt totally stuck in her career. Now, logically, her brain wanted a massive promotion, but subconsciously, her scarcity script kept making her underbid on major client proposals just to stay in her safe zone. It wasn't self-sabotage on purpose, her brain was simply trying to protect her by running that outdated programming.
Moving right into minute 2, identify the virus, or naming the scarcity.
Okay, so picture this scarcity script as just a heavy, dark rock weighing down all your daily decisions. These are the scripts that tell us things like money is the root of all evil, or rich people are inherently greedy, or the classic, you have to trade your health for wealth. I want you to pay really close attention to your body right now. Do you feel a sudden, slight tightness in your chest when you review slashed budgets in a team meeting? Or maybe a spike of anxiety when you're discussing Q3 revenue targets? Because that specific physical sensation, that is the biological virus we are targeting today. As leaders, holding on to the belief that you must sacrifice your health or sanity for wealth is exactly what leads to profound team stress and massive individual burnout.
All right, minute 3, the neurological purge. Time to break the link.
So, since your brain so powerfully links these beliefs to real physical sensations, we've got to break that physical link first. We're going to logically command your nervous system to let go of this obsolete data and just clear the hard drive. Follow along with me. Take a deep 4-second breath in through your nose, and as you do, tense every single muscle in your body. Clench your fists, tense your shoulders, tighten your jaw. This physical tension represents all your financial stress and career anxiety. Okay, now hold that tension for 3 seconds. Really feel how it stops you from moving forward. And exhale sharply through your mouth and completely release every muscle at once. As you let that breath out, visualize that dark rock of scarcity shattering into fine dust and being blown completely out of your mind. Boom, you just broke the link.
Minute 4, install wealth logic. This is our replacement script.
You know the old saying, nature abhors a vacuum, right? Well, it's absolutely true. We have to immediately install a logic-based abundance mindset to take its place. Just look at the fundamental shift here. We are moving completely away from the old scarcity script, which is driven by the emotional, fear-based amygdala that causes us to hoard resources, and we're actively turning on the wealth logic script in your logical prefrontal cortex. This new script views wealth as a flowing medium and is entirely solution-based. Take a former client of mine, a tech founder. He used to just hoard team resources because he had this deep-seated fear of running out of runway. But once he installed this logic script, it was a game changer. He became a strategic architect. He started intelligently distributing funds to scale his team, and as a direct result, he doubled his revenue in just 6 months.
I want you to silently repeat this absolute truth to yourself right now. Money is simply a neutral multiplier of value. Listen, money is not a villain, and it honestly isn't incredibly scarce either. It's a neutral tool. It's kind of like a massive spreadsheet or a piece of software. If you build a solution that saves 10 companies 1,000 hours a week, money naturally flows as a logical reward for that multiplied value. By fully internalizing this, you completely overwrite that old emotional fear with undeniable, practical logic.
And finally, minute 5, visualizing and anchoring. Let's lock this circuit in.
To make sure this new mindset sticks permanently, we're relying on neuroplasticity, which is just the brain's amazing ability to form new physical connections. But for this to work, it requires vivid visualization combined with elevated emotion.
So imagine yourself exactly 1 year from today. You just navigated an incredibly high-stakes board meeting flawlessly. You log into your accounts and you just feel absolute financial peace, along with a profound sense of generosity. Here's the crazy part. Your brain actually cannot tell the difference between this vivid imagination and reality. By pairing this vision with the elevated emotion of gratitude, your neuroplasticity literally rewires your mind to spot real-world opportunities, which naturally drives your career advancement and empowers your entire team's success.
Okay, let's talk about your daily anchor. Because let's face it, you need a specific, actionable schedule to integrate this into a chaotic workday. I want you to use this discrete physical anchor immediately before your 9 a.m. team stand-up, or maybe right before logging into a really difficult client negotiation. Here's how it works. 1. Take a deep breath. 2. Briefly clench your fists to gather up any lingering tension. 3. Release your hands completely. And 4. Silently affirm to yourself, money is a neutral multiplier. This quick physical cue will instantly snap you out of any emotional scarcity spiral and return your prefrontal cortex right back to the wealth logic framework.
And that's the whole 5-minute protocol. We did it. But remember, true wealth is always created twice, first in the mind and then in reality. So I want to leave you with this question. What exact limiting belief are you going to shatter today so your true wealth can finally become a reality? Keep your logic sharp, fiercely protect your new programming, and use these tools to lead your teams with true abundance. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer today. Keep learning, keep growing, and I'll catch you next time.